Next concentration method is normality. Actually it is not there in our syllabus, it is removed 2 years back, but I will tell this one. See, it is represented by capital N. Here the definition is what? The number of equivalents. The number of equivalents, where? The number of moles. The number of equivalents of the solute present in 1 liter solution. There number of moles of solute present in 1 liter solution. You just catch the difference. Based on the definition, we can write the formula. What is that? Capital N equal to number of equivalents of the solute by volume of solution in liters, like in molarity. Here, what is the formula for number of moles? Number of moles formula is weight by gram molecular weight. Here, number of equivalents of the solute formula weight by gram equivalent weight into 1 by V in liters. It is in formula, it is in liters, it is in milliliters. Here the units are what? Equivalents per liter. There moles per liter. Here also some points are there. If n equal to 1, that is normal solution. There molar. If it is 0.5, that is semi normal. There semi molar. If it is 0.1, this is decinormal. There decimolar. If it is 0.01 centinormal, there centimolar. If it is 10, that is decanormal. There decamolar. So almost all points like in molarity case. Next, relation between normality and molarity. What is the formula? Normality equal to weight by gram molecular weight into 1 by V in liters. This gram equivalent weight formula is there. Gram equivalent weight equal to gram molecular weight by X, where X is basicity in case of acids, acidity in case of bases, charges in case of salts. And then if this X comes to numerator, then it can be written as weight by gram molecular weight into 1 by V in liters. So this is what? Molarity. So where n equal to m into x. This is the important relation between normality and molarity. Here also some formulas are there as in molarity. That is what? Normality equal to 10 into weight percentage by gram equivalent weight. Here same one more formula. That is what? 10 into weight percentage into density or specific gravity by gram equivalent weight. But this topic is not there in our syllabus, so you don't need to remember about this one, but this is very important in competitive level. Next, molality. Molality means, see, the number of moles of solute is present in 1 kg of solvent. In molarity represented by, it is represented by capital M, but it is represented by small m. There the definition is what? The number of moles of solute present in 1 liter solution. That means there we should calculate number of moles of solute per liter. Here we should calculate number of moles of solute per kg of solvent, not liters. We should catch the difference. Based on definition, here also we can write the formula as in previous 2 cases. So what is the formula? Small m equal to number of moles of solute by weight of solvent. Number of moles of solute by weight of solvent in kgs. Number of moles means weight by gram molecular weight. Weight by gram molecular weight. You just correct it, students. Weight by gram molecular weight into 1 by solvent means it is bigger compared to solute, so that it is represented by capital W in kgs. One more formula we can write. What is that? Weight by gram molecular weight. I write it here. Weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 by weight of solvent. This is weight of solute. Small letter. Small w indicates weight of solute. Capital W indicates weight of solvent. This is formula in grams. This is in kilograms. Here the definition units are what? Moles per kg. In molarity, moles per liter. Here moles per kg. Don't get confused, students. This is also very important. Next, here important relation is there between small m and capital M. That nothing but molarity and molality. What is that relation? Small m equal to capital M into 1000 by 1000 into d. D means density, minus capital M means what? Molarity, into gram molecular weight of solute, students, not solvent. Gram molecular weight of solute. This is the formula. Sometimes molality will be given, molarity is to be found, or sometimes molarity is given, molality is to be found. In such cases, this we can use this formula. This is very very important formula. What is that? Small m equal to capital M into 1000 by 1000 into D minus capital M into gram molecular weight of solute. So this is about molality. Next, mole fraction. This is represented by capital X. Mole fraction is represented by capital X. What is that formula? What is the definition? The ratio of number of moles of one component, either solute or solvent, to number of moles of all components present in a solution. Suppose in a solution two substances are present. They are A and B. What is the mole fraction of A? What is the definition? Number of moles of one component by number of moles of all components. That means Na by Na plus Nb. Suppose, what is the formula for mole fraction of solvent? Nb by Na plus Nb. Whichever we want, it should be in numerator along with the denominator. Suppose three substances are present in a solution, then what is the mole fraction of A? Number of moles of A by number of moles of A plus number of moles of B plus number of moles of C. Like that we can calculate. So what is the definition? Number of moles of one component by number of moles of all components present in a solution. That is called mole fraction. It is represented by capital X. So suppose, what is the mole fraction of solute? Number of moles of solute by number of moles of solute plus number of moles of solvent. That's it. Next, similarly, mole fraction of solvent equal to what? Number of moles of solvent by number of moles of solute plus number of moles of solvent. Next, here one important point is there, students. What is that? The sum of mole fractions of all components present in a solution is always equal to 1. This is very 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 important point, students. The sum of mole fractions of all components present in a solution is always equal to 1. Suppose in a solution two substances are present, A and B, then XA plus XB equal to 1. Suppose three are present, A, B, C, then XA plus XB plus XC equal to 1. So generally we used to write like this: mole fraction of solute plus mole fraction of solvent equal to how much? 1. Next, here one important point is there. What is that? It has no units. This is very very important, students, because here are number of moles, here number of moles, grams, both will become cancelled. So in which case dimensions are not there, students? In mole fraction there is no units. Next important relation is there. What is that? Mole fraction of solute equal to small m. Mole fraction of solute equal to small m by small m plus 1000 by gram molecular weight of solvent. Here solvent. These formulas are very very important, students. Sometimes mole fraction will be given, molality is to be found, or sometimes molality will be given, mole fraction is to be found. So in such cases we should use this formula. So what is the formula, students? Mole fraction of solute equal to molality by molality plus 1000 by gram molecular weight of solvent. Next, here are some points I told you already. Mole fraction has no units. Next, as temperature increases, molarity and normality both decreases since they are volume dependent. Yes, what is the formula for molarity? In case of molarity, see, molarity, between molarity and volume inversely relation is there. So here, what is the formula? What is the point? If temperature increases, volume also increases according to Charles' law. So that if volume increases, molarity and normality both are decreases. So next, as temperature increases, molality and mole fraction remains constant since they are volume independent. So all these are concentration methods. Next, based on these concentration methods, so many numericals are there. We have to practice all these numericals. We can solve these numericals very easy, not like density of the unit cells. See, for example, one question is given. What is that? Calculate the mass percentage of benzene. and carbon tetrachloride. If 22 grams of benzene is dissolved in 122 grams of carbon tetrachloride. So what is given? Two substances are given. What are they? Benzene and CCl4. For both amounts are given. What we have to find? Mass percentage of benzene as well as carbon tetrachloride, CCl4. First we should write the formula. Mass percentage of benzene is what? Mass of benzene by mass of benzene plus mass of CCl4 into 100. You just substitute directly, then you can calculate easily. Similarly, mass percentage of CCl4. What is the formula? Mass of CCl4 by mass of CCl4 plus mass of benzene into 100. Or simply 100 minus mass percentage of benzene. That is also mass percentage of CCl4. That's it. Next, calculate the mole fraction of C6H6 means what, students? Benzene in a solution containing 30% by mass in CCl4. What we have to find, students? Mole fraction of benzene. What is given? Mass percentage is given. 30% by mass means mass percentage. That means 30% W by W. We should think like that immediately. 30% by mass means mass percentage. 30% W by W means benzene in CCl4 means what? 30 grams of benzene in 70 grams of CCl4. 30 grams of benzene in 70 grams, because 30 plus 70 how much? 100. So what is the formula of mole fraction of benzene? Mole fraction of benzene is equal to number of moles of benzene by number of moles of benzene plus number of moles of CCl4. Number of moles formula is what? Again it should be splitted, because number of moles is what? Weight by gram molecular weight. Weight of benzene by gram molecular weight of benzene. By weight of benzene by gram molecular weight of benzene plus weight of CCl4 by. You just substitute the values. We know how to calculate gram molecular weight, then it can be found very easily. That's it. Next, one more model. Calculate the molarity of each of the following solutions. Here two bits are given. In first bit, 30 grams of cobalt nitrate in 4.3 liter solution. That means directly weight is given and volume in liters is given. So we can use this formula. First formula, we can find molecular weight, then it can be found. So in second case, volume is given in milliliters, and here students one more point is there. See, in second bit, what is the second bit? This is important point, students. 30 ml of 0.5 m H2SO4 diluted to 500 ml. That means we have initially 30 ml of 0.5 m H2SO4. To that solution, 500 ml of water is added. Diluted means addition of water. Then automatically molarity of the solution decreases, because whenever you add water, automatically concentration decreases. Molarity, normality, all these are what? Concentration terms. Automatically concentration decreases. Then what is that decreased concentration? That is the meaning of the question. Then how to find? Here one formula is there. That is very, very important. Whenever in question diluted point, dilution, that point is given, then we should use this formula, M1V1 equal to M2V2, where M1 is what? Molarity of a solution before dilution. V1 means volume of solution before dilution. Similarly, M2 means molarity of a solution after dilution. V2 means volume of solution after a dilution. Before dilution molarity is 0.5. Before dilution volume is 30. That means M1 value is 0.5, V1 value 30. Then M2 is to be found. V2 how much? 500. See, V2 500. Then we can find molarity value. That's it. Next, one more question. Calculate the mass of urea required in making of 2.5 kg of 0.25 molar solution. Molar means molarity is given. Weight of solvent in kg is given. Mass means weight is to be found. What is the formula? Molarity equal to weight by gram molecular weight into 1 by weight of solvent in kgs. So it should be found. This part should be found. From that weight is equal to, we can write the formula, then you just substitute the values directly, then we can find that answer. Like that, so many questions are given. If you have any doubt regarding this one, you better to solve this question. If you have any doubt regarding this one, we can discuss those questions in live class later. Thank you.